the NC State Wolfpack and the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
When you think about the history of college football, you've got to think about Bobby Dodd Stadium. It is the oldest stadium in FBS history, built in 1913. On the campus of Georgia Tech, this place has seen a lot of great college football through the years. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. The Yellow Jackets ready to kick it away first. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So NC State's offense onto the field first, and we'll see their opening script. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. Every time he gets a chance to make a play, the entire stadium holds its breath.
And there was times during the week when we were texting. We have a group text for these games every single week, and we talk about different guys. And this receiver, we were like, is the tape in fast motion? Like, this dude is flying out wide. Like, this is a guy that legit has that take the top off the defense speed, elite speed. Palmer, this is a guy that defenses, and talking to the coaches, they are extremely worried about.
Yeah, the D coordinator in this game told us he just hasn't slept much this week, knowing how fast this guy is and just how he can score any given play. And they've got to do a really good job in this one, communicating, understanding where he is, but making sure there is at least one safety playing deep, because you know this guy is going to get his opportunities deep down the field.
NC State going up tempo. They'll try to run for it. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
I don't think people understand how valuable it is to be able to hand the ball to your running back and get everyone settled to start the football game, especially when there's production like this. Man, your quarterback feels a little bit more comfortable. The defense feels a little bit uneasy. The offensive line gets settled in. Nice start by this offense.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. 9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. To the air, it's Bailey. Swings it out to his running back. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. Motion from the wideout. Going to try to get it himself. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1.
And if I'm a QB, I'm calling my own number a lot, especially when it's successful like this. Continue to put me in good situations. Continue to get positive chunks of yards. Yep, I'll keep that more.
Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Hard-earned yards, man. You got to get these first downs any way you can, and sometimes it's not going to be easy, and you can't just do it conventionally handing it off. This offense is going to have to be creative. Football is a game of inches, and you've just got to find the angles to give yourself an advantage. That creative play call right there really helped them out.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Scott. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
That back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
The lost yardage leaves him with 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Pressure coming. Finds his tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
9th play of the opening drive coming up, but now they face a 3rd down. On the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. The Wolfpack now operating in the red zone. Going to the run, it's Scott. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And And they said to us in the meetings leading up to this football game, really wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, run the football. First drive, this is exactly what they're doing. They're getting what they want. This defense has to get better at the point of attack.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
NC State will line up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Wolfpack. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Just those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won. And last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. When you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Mendoza. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there. And the Yellow Jackets will send out the punt unit. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. On the option. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
Got a man. It's Douglas. Makes the grab in their space. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. Like, they can make plays. They can run people over. They can now run around people. Like, so nice to have these tight ends.
The run inside. It's Scott.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Back to pass. It's Bailey. He's got him in the flat. There he goes. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
And I think they found a matchup they like, man. This running back has been a problem out of the backfield. Like, we know he can run it, but the matchups now, who's going to cover him? Is it a linebacker? Is it a safety? Right now, this offense, they found something with him catching the football in the backfield, and they just keep going.
Might have a chance. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
Here we go. Ready.
Makes a man miss. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and we are done in the first quarter. They've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On the option. Pulls it on the option. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
Well, I love the variety in the run game you're seeing from this offense. It's not just going to be conventional handoffs. Won't just be the quarterback, but he's making good decisions. Pitching at that time, that's the right read, and it's not a huge explosive home run type play, but it is enough to help them pick up the first down.
Firing to the right, complete. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, NC State! Lining up to add another. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They put together a 65-yard drive for the score. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively
intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Looking for more room. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Wolfpack. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Fielded in the end zone. It's Smith. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. So the Yellow Jacket offense comes out to get this drive underway. They really needed to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there and got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the Oak. Running inside, it's Hosley. They've got it out to the 34 after getting 5 there. Lining up from the 34 on first down. That's caught. It's Harris. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. The play action fake. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. To the air, it's Mendoza. Under fire. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. The Yellow Jackets send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Just needs a crack to get a return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Scott. He's stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's first down.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Off play action. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Man, that's exactly what this defense needs. They found themselves now in a hole. They're trailing. Got to get pressure on this QB. Can't give them time to get comfortable. They get to him, get the big sack. Maybe this gets them back in the football game.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. Picked it off, and this defense really needed something to go right. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pitch.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
They'll move the wide receiver. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. And the Yellow Jackets with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. He leaves it with the back. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, and he stopped for a short gain. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29. The Yellow Jackets come to the line with a new set of downs. To throw, it's Mendoza. Here's a heat. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. After the sack, they have their work cut out for them. Basically, they have to get it to the other side of town. And he's dragged down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. Now the Wolfpack will use the first of their timeouts. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. And he'll try to bang this one through from 52 yards out and the left hash. Good right down the boulevard.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. They'll start this drive going to the air. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Scott. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Goes to the option. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Takes it in. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers, to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 21-10. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. NC State heads out, gearing up to go on the attack. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The option look. Oh, he's got some space. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42. They use the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. That's caught. It's Gauze. Open space at the 25. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Wolfpack might just keep spinning it after that last one. They'll run it. It's Scott. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Sets up the screen. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Timeout called by NC State. That's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
Great awareness that time by the safety. He's obviously spent a lot of time in the film room. The D-line was upfield. It looked like that one might be a big gainer on the running back screen. But did you see how fast the safety came screaming down? He saw that thing coming from a mile away, and he's able to make a big-time stop.
They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Fires to the end zone. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
This is obviously great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. Couldn't find any way to get out of the end zone, and they get him for a safety. And we are headed to halftime. Both both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Fellas, we are beginning to see a little separation in the standings. The Week 5 edition of our update show. We start with Oregon taking on the Boise State Broncos.
North Carolina State will kick it off to open the third quarter. Coming out with it, it's Smith. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. What do they have to say coming out of halftime, Holly?
Catching up with the Yellow Jackets head coach, the message of his speech was, I've got to get the running back more involved. They trust him. He's been terrific, but they haven't gotten him enough carries. He said, I've got one guy in the booth upstairs who is tracking how many times our running back touches the ball. That is the most essential part of getting back in this game. Get the rock to the guy who can make the biggest difference.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Turning it on. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. And the Yellow Jackets look to keep this drive humming. Off play action on first down. That's caught. It's Addison. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. The Yellow Jackets come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quick strike complete. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. And after that last completion, netted a big fat 0. They're looking at 2nd and 10.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
And the Yellow Jackets want to move quickly. From the red zone, it's Hosley. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
The Yellow Jackets pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll run it on the counter. It'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Here comes the heat. He caught it. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. A Lazarus-like comeback is underway. You want to keep your offense on the field, wear down the defense, put that tape on and show it in the clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been punked the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the 3rd quarter, they'll try to answer here. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver, the different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Nice job by the defense, seeing the run, pulling the trigger, getting downhill, and stopping the running back for no gain.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. Offense staying on the field. They'll hurry up on 4th down. Looking for a push on 4th down. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll send the tight end in motion. Back to pass, it's Bailey. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Still on his feet at the 40. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding it. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on him or somebody with a little bit more speed.
This is a defense that's going to be aggressive, and they're not going to just sit back and rush 4 guys on that play. They're going to send the blitz. You're getting smaller, faster guys fighting fire with fire. You know this quarterback is athletic, but we've got fast guys too. And that time, that was a great play call defensively.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long.
Here we go. Ready.
Now on the option. He'll keep it again on the option. Maybe a crease. They finally knock him down. What a great pitch and run on the option. NC State with a fresh set of downs thanks to that running game. They'll move the tight end. Caught behind the line. It's Douglas. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Nice job by the tight end making the catch and playing physical. You're a big body guy, man. Make him feel that. Nice job breaking an extra tackle, getting some extra yards for his team.
Short pickup of 4 on 1st down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Makes the grab. It's Scott. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
He's got enough. It'll be a 1st down. They've got it at the 12.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward. Let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job. Nice execution. 1st down.
The Wolfpack with a 1st and 10 here. The run inside. It's Scott. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack! Here comes the 2-point try.
Ready. Move.
Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. So they do not pick up the 2-point conversion there, and there is someone slow to get up. He'll bring it out. It's Smith. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. We've reached the break. It's NC State on top. We take a moment to look at the stats of what has been a tight ball game. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Scanning the field, it's Mendoza. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Touchdown, North Carolina State. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And he puts through the extra point.
NC State 36, Georgia Tech 17.
And here's the return. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Snagged in the middle. It's Addison. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Well, I love the job in coverage there. Sure, the guy made the catch, but right away the defender able to bring him down. No possibility of yak on that play.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
And this is the beauty of getting in these third down and manageable situations. It makes it so much easier for an offense. Now you can run your RPO game, and everybody has to respect that run. I read it. He reads it correctly, spits it out on the perimeter right now. Your guy does the rest of the work. Nice third down execution.
Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together. And the Yellow Jackets in a good spot here with second and short. Wants to throw again. Bringing the heat. It's complete on the right side. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. You just can't hit the quarterback like that. The defender got caught red-handed. 3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. Looking downfield, it's Mendoza. Finds his man, it's Hosley. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The Yellow Jackets have this offense rolling. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air on first down. Gets it out quickly. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They'll try to move the chains on third down from their own 20. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll try to get it through the air. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. Didn't get a chance to show off those return skills, but he gives his offense the ball at the 29. Sends it back in motion. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Makes it past the marker. Running through contact. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. They bring him down. The option 1-2 perfection, and it will move the chains.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line.
Playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. On the option. Keeps it on the option. Power football with the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like, really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
NC State has work to do to convert this 3rd down. Motion from the wideout. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. It'll be 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Bailey. Makes the grab. They'll knock him down right at the 35-yard line. Still a lot of ground to cover to get to the first down marker. This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
The defense has been all over this quarterback all game long. It's almost as if they know where he's going to throw. That now, the 3rd interception he's thrown.
Unloads to the wideout. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Grabbed behind the line. It's Hosley. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Fires to the right. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. And, guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Here's a throw downfield late. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
I think after failing on the 4th down, guys, you look at the scoreboard, you look at how much time is left. I think they're going to lose this football game. This coaching staff is going to have to dig deep and try to find ways to get this team better next time they take the field.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for